You wonder, why should we celebrate it? Now, let me take you back to 2021, and it's even important because even our President William Ruto, has been quite specific on why it's important for every other Kenyan to start saving or have a savings plan. Now, here's the thing though. If you go back to 2021, Kenyans saved the least in East Africa. It's quite shocking. I will tell you what the number is. Now, according to some of the reports that we did get to see in 2021, they were talking about an average of about 12 to 13%, which is way below Africa's average of 17%. So you can actually get to see that we are almost 4 to 3 points off the average for Africa, which is why it's important then for us to have these conversations around saving and why it's important then for you to have a savings plan. I do promise we're going to get into that conversation today on Lookupbusiness. But then if you then put those numbers into perspective from 2021, then that would be an average of 26% of our GDP, which is way below where we need to be. With the president saying we need to save 50% of our GDP. For us currently, we are at 26% of our GDP. But then we look at where we are, especially in Tanzania and Uganda, they're way ahead of us. 20%, that's huge. But then some of the reports that, some of those reports were putting to number one, it's poor financial literacy among the youth in the country. And they linked a very important perspective to that report. They're saying that people who save more tend to be happier. Why? If we go back to 2021, in terms of the level of happiness, Kenya was 121 out of the 156 countries that were polled. So majority of Kenyans are not happy just because of that. So do you want to be happy? Start saving. How? Where? We'll be talking about that today on Lookupbusiness. You can join us live at Lookuptv across all your social media platforms. I am Kiage Simba. Let's briefly rush into the newsroom, see some of the headlines that are taking center stage in as much as the business is concerned, then come back and talk about the need for saving. Welcome back. President William Ruto has insisted on the importance of sensitizing the public on the saving culture in a bid to cushion the future generation, while hinting at making reforms on the CDF kitty to help finance women and youth in business. Ian Kitani files the following report.
Speaking during a church service in Kenol Kandara constituency, President William Ruto has emphasized the importance of inculcating the culture of saving among Kenyans, even as plans to roll out the Hustlers Fund are underway.
Ile platform tunaleta ya Hustler Fund itakuwa na mambo matatu ya muhimu. Ya kwanza, itakupatia mkopo kwa riba ya chini, less than 10% per year. Number 2, itakupatia nafasi ya kufanya saving. Wakati unafanya biashara, pia unaweka akiba. Na jambo la tatu, ukiweka akiba, serikali ya Kenya, ukiweka shilingi 2, serikali ya Kenya inakupatia shilingi 1. Wale ambao wanafanya biashara hiyo, hasa wale ambao hawana ajira.
The president further explained the importance of environmental conservation, with millions of trees set to be planted countrywide, an initiative that will benefit thousands of youth across the country. He also indicated that through tree planting, his administration seeks to construct at least 100 dams in the country. With the government launching affordable houses in Nairobi and Kajiado counties, Ruto assured Murang'a residents of the same initiative, with hundreds of area residents set to benefit.
Njia ya kupanga ajira ya hawa vijana pia ni kupanga mpango wa affordable housing. Kwa sababu pale kwa affordable housing tuko na nafasi ya ajira ya vijana wetu. Wiki ijayo ambayo inaanza kesho, Monday. Wiki ijayo, program hiyo mumeona nilianzisha kule Nairobi. Wiki ijayo tunatangaza nyumba za kwanza 2,000 hapa Murang'a. Hapa Kenol Town tunataka kuanza na nyumba 300. Pale Makenji tunataka kuwa na nyumba 1,700.
On his part, Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua castigated Azimio la Umoja's Raila Odinga, insisting that their administration had no plans to incorporate him into government, while thanking the president for appointing various leaders from the region into his cabinet.
Hiyo mzee akisema that he will not be coerced or intimidated to joining our government. Wewe mzee sikia, we have no business within our government. Hatuna haja na hatugojei wewe, we are not looking for you and we have no time. The last time uliingia serikali ya Uhuru Kenyatta aliharibu au kuharibu? Mungetaka akaribie serikali yetu? Mungetaka akaribie?
Ian Keitani, Lookuptv.
Moving on. With the new government barely over 2 months old, devolved units are off to a rough start, with pending bills amounting to billions. With majority of the county governors promising to prioritize their payment, it will be a tough balancing act to release funds for development and payment for new services.
As county bosses start their 5-year tenure at the county government, they will be faced with a 107 billion in pending bills. This was left behind by their counterparts who left office shortly after the elections. A report released in March by the Controller of Budget, Margaret Nyakango, showed that 47 counties had accumulated the bills worth 107 billion. Nairobi, Kiambu and Mombasa are among counties with the highest level of pending bills at 84.1 billion, 5.12 billion and 4.29 billion respectively. With county bosses crying to the national government to adopt timely release of funds to the devolved units, Ms. Nyakango indicated in the report that the counties can help alleviate some of these issues if they employed proper revenue collection strategies to collect the outstanding revenue, which will amount to 206 billion from all the units. In the recent Council of Governors meeting held in Naivasha, the governors, led by their chairperson,